YouTube family, what is going on, everybody? This is Grown B from Combo Nation, and I absolutely love the way that Sparking Zero and the Tenkaichi series in general handle the transformations. I know this doesn't seem like a type of video that I would be doing this late into Sparking Zero's life cycle, but this particular match made me really think back to how much I appreciate this, because I start off base Goku. He starts off with the Super Saiyan Goku from Super, and man, it just, the way the flow of the battle goes and how different transformations give you access to different things. Yes, Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3 or Blue or whatever, they're technically stronger or better characters, but sometimes you just need access to certain things. I transformed into Super Saiyan 3 because I wanted a higher, base stat for my basic attack, because I thought that that was going to factor in this particular fight. And just the feeling of me saying, all right, it's time to crank it up a notch when I hit Super Saiyan 3 and then he goes to Super Saiyan God. I just remember the transformations mid-fight that me and my best friend used to do when we were younger, and we would always say it, no matter what, no matter how many times we fought, no matter how many times we transformed, when we transformed, it was always, let's take it up a notch. And I felt like this particular person was matching me in that exact way. So it was very fun, but also at the same time, I wasn't transforming just for the hell of it, and I genuinely love that as options, right? I actually was transforming just because I wanted the higher level basic attack, but sometimes I transform because I like another character's rush attacks a little bit, or maybe I don't want flying kick, maybe I want a gut punch, maybe I need a rolling cradle because I need to be able to turn them around because I'm struggling with more of the face up matchups because they block more, or maybe they're more disciplined, or maybe they're more patient. But this to me simply felt like a Dragon Ball fight. We had a couple of weird lag spikes, but it was mainly during our transformations. But as we were fighting, no real issues. And this was just flat out fun. And I loved it, right? Sometimes in moments like these, like if I was using GT Goku, I would not have been able, well, I'm sorry, if I was using base GT Goku, this would not have killed. I just wouldn't have done enough damage in the initial basic attacks for me to be able to kill with that. So this obviously was the right move. Real quick though, I'm gonna show you guys the reaction to the end of that match.
We're gonna clash. Oh no! I beat a streak! Goodbye, streak! Goodbye!
On another note, this was the fight actually before the one that I just showed you guys, and I kind of just didn't think that I needed to transform. I felt like the way this particular fight was going, I'd rather just stay in base and utilize some of my skill points for other things. I really like to use well, I think in this instance I was throwing around some after image strike. I gotta be honest, I use after image strike a lot when I am facing like Gogeta or anybody with like an instant transmission, or somebody with like a wild sense, because then I don't feel any guilt whatsoever, because I know they're burning their skill points any opportunity they can to give themselves an advantage. Look, teleporting behind me right now. So, but again, it's because in this particular fight, I felt pretty okay, just banging it out in close combat with this particular dude. And so that's just kind of the difference. And I love that we can make those decisions. I love that transformations make it where we can make these types of decisions on the fly.